Colonel Wyatt hits the screen, got stories bold and keen. Old soldier, sharp and mean, tells truths they've never seen. Rugby lover with a roar, Africa flowing in his core. YouTube rants they can't ignore, his passion makes his heart soar. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shining light through it all. Trolls may rise, but he'll stand tall. Subscribe now, don't miss the brawl. Military mind, keen and wise, truths come out, no disguise. South African skies in his eyes, hear his voice, no surprise. Retired soldier with the fight, in the dark he brings the light. Angry rants, truths ignite, join the cause, join the ride. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shining light through it all. Trolls may rise, but he'll stand tall. Subscribe now, don't miss the brawl. Enemies knocked on his door, trolls attack, but he's more with each click. Watch him soar on the truth waves, he explodes. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shining light through it all. Trolls may rise, but he'll stand tall. Subscribe now, don't miss the brawl. Right now, don't miss the brawl.
Take a picture.
Another day has arrived, and we are still in the same place of disarray. Hope is in the distance. I can see a tiny glimpse of light, just a tiny, tiny light. It is there, I know it. I can feel it in my heart. I have prayed for it for oh so long. I know that it is coming our way. Tomorrow may not arrive, yesterday has gone, but this I know, today is gonna turn out just right. Colonel Chris is a ray of sunshine, he has arrived just in time to keep that tiny light in the horizon still burning bright. Our prayers are being answered, so don't despair. Someone we can trust, which has been a long time coming when our hopes were shattered. He is that tiny bright light in the distance. Tomorrow may not arrive, I can feel it in my heart. I have prayed for it for oh so long. I know that it is coming our way. Tomorrow may not arrive, yesterday has gone, but this I know, today is gonna turn out just right. Colonel Chris is a ray of sunshine, he has arrived just in time to keep that tiny light in the horizon still burning bright. Our Colonel Chris is a ray of sunshine. He has arrived just in time to keep that tiny light in the horizon still burning bright. Our prayers are being answered, so don't despair. Someone we can trust, which has been a long time coming when our hopes were shattered. He is that tiny bright light in the distance.
Neanderthals to the left of me, canines in front of me, and right-wing podcasters to the right of me, and all you aspiring car guards. Welcome back to the program, folks. Woo, it's Saturday night. Just got paid. No, that's Johnny Kemp a long time ago. Yeah, it's Saturday, the 26th of July, 2025. Welcome back to the program. Yeah, busy day. So, took care of a number of things today. I renewed my membership for one of the discount clubs. I went to the package store and bought a few things. You might see them over my left shoulder there, which may appear to be right in front of your camera there. And then managed to get over to Hershey Park for Shania Twain. You know, still the one I turn to. You like the sticker? Well, one of the cowgirls at the Shania Twain was standing in line for merch in front of me, and she put one on her boyfriend. And she said, "You want one?" I said, "Nah." And then I collapsed. I said, "I'll take one." So she put a star on there. So I'm the star. Anyway, got a shirt. Now, here's the thing. Shania has been doing this tour for 2 years because it was so popular, and she's raking in the cash, too. So the shirts are from 2023, even though it's this tour. Isn't that funny? So 2023, Shania Twain, Queen of Me. There you go. Riding a black stallion. Look at these tour dates in 2023 alone. This is insane. She was everywhere. She was in Ireland. She was in the UK. She's in Canada, US. That's just in 2023. I mean, that's insane, folks. Yes, I'm aware that she's Canadian. You're not telling me that I don't know. I knew that back in 1995. She started April 28th, 29th, May 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 9th, 10th. Man, so this was the concert tonight. So it was pretty good. You know, I heard back in the day that she used to lip sync. I don't know if she did, but I'll tell you what, she didn't lip sync tonight. I could tell. Yeah, that's just in 2023. Then she extended the tour into 2024. And she extended in 2025. So essentially, it's 3 summers in a row. She's done the same tour, Raina. Yeah, I love Shania too. Feel like a woman. Yeah, but you're still the one, folks. Still the one I turn to. Anyway, so that's some merch. And yeah, holy moly, lots of concerts. I know, Loretta, that's insane. She puts it all out there. And this was real. She's coming to the end of these tours now. I think she has just like another month. And then after 3 summers of touring the same tour, she's done. It's pretty wild. I've never heard that sort of thing. Maybe a year and a half, but not for 2 plus almost 3 years. Wow, it's 3 summers. It's crazy. Anyway, so, you know, the tariffs are coming, folks. The tariffs are coming. In case you didn't know that, the tariffs are coming. They are absolutely coming. You guys know about that, right? You heard about this. I mean, you may have heard about tariffs on South Africa, right? Maybe you've heard about this. I don't know. You guys? Just saying. So, yeah, so... I went to the package store and bought some South African wine and some Amarula before it goes up 30%. It's already really pricey for what I'm accustomed to. Really pricey. So, I mean, you know, I'm just curious if Cyril's got an answer for us. We're waiting.
Cat got your tongue, now you're on the run. Dodging the spotlight like it's loaded gun. The scandals purring and the claws are out.
She did dance. Yes, she did.
No doubt, Cat got your tongue, or did you bite it? Truth's in the air, but you just fight it. Shadows creeping like a whispered song. Tell me, Cyril, how could this go so wrong? Paws are silent, but claws leave marks. Hiding secrets in the
comes the sax.
Footprints fade where the whispers start. Promises break like a brittle heart. The truth's a tiger you can't tame. Can you feel the heat of the burning flame? The clock is ticking but the hands won't spin. A house of cards can't hold the wind. The whispers roar like a lion's cry. Tell me, Cyril, can you look us in the eye? Cat got your tongue, now you're on the run. Dodging the spotlight like it's loaded gun. The skin is purring and the claws are out. Cyril's cat gate is the talk, no doubt.
Cat got your tongue, Cyril? Has the cat got your tongue on Afterlife Radio? All right, so here we go. All right, so I did talk about, this is going to shock me. This is unbelievable. I only bought this because the tariffs are coming. I don't really drink this. I haven't had it in ages. But Amarula, South Africans know what this is. Last time I bought this, it cost me the equivalent of about $6 in Botswana. This was $30 before the tariffs. So 30% more means it's going to be over $40. Wow. Now, these are not wine brands that I know or that I buy, but it's what they had. The selection is not large. They have lots of stuff in the package store, but this is Mon Family Wines. It's a Chardonnay. Does anybody know this one? I don't know this one. Anybody know that brand? Mon. So I picked up a Chardonnay. Okay. Don't know Mon. News to me. Not exactly the brands. KWV is one of them I know, and others. And then Zorgfleet. David Finlayson. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon. Okay, so I picked that up. David Finlayson. Don't know that brand either. These are vineyards I've never heard of. Mulder Bosch. This is a Chenin Blanc. Mulder Bosch. Don't know that one either. Don't know that one either. Anybody know that? Okay. And another one from Mon. Oh, no, I did Mon Cabernet Sauvignon. Oh, did I get them all? Oh, I thought I had more than that. Oh, here, no. Okay. Mon Cabernet Sauvignon. Yeah, there we go. Mon Cabernet Sauvignon. So there you go. I don't know Mon. It's news to me. Okay. So, there you go. You know Mulder Bosch. Okay. Yeah, I don't know Mon. Chardonnay. Chenin Blanche. Cabernet Sauvignon. Oh, I got two Cabernet Sauvignons. I didn't realize I bought two of them. Okay. And then, of course, the one I went for, Amarula. Before the 30% tariffs, 40% potentially take place. Yeah. So there you go. Great stuff. Amarula. Where's those reading glasses at? I thought I had them sitting here a minute ago. There they are. All right. Let's see. Amarula. Once a year, the marula trees bear fruit. The exotic scent draws elephants from miles around to come and get a taste. That's when we know it's time to hand harvest the ripe yellow fruit. The marula fruit is then distilled and matured and aged in aged French oak for 2 years before being blended with fresh cream. Amarula. Got 2 bottles of the Amarula. There you go. All right. Cool beans. Well, Loretta, I bought it before the tariffs go up, just so we could talk about it. Yeah, they do get drunk on it. Baboons love that stuff too. Yeah, I could put it in the Starbucks drinks, that's for sure. WF Celia, Amarula. Yeah, it's good stuff. We used to get the original Amarillo more like brandy. Then they stopped selling it in South Africa. Now all you get is Amarillo cream. I think you still get in Botswana. Yeah, the elephants are, drunk elephants are pretty funny, man. They get drunk on that stuff big time, yep. Soon we'll be away from all the BS ANC's tariffs. Well, I hope so for you. It's so that reminds me of something. So I posted that video. Look, there are some really desperate trolls who are really nasty people. They just, you know. So first, I saved a screenshot of it because I knew that they'd probably delete their messages. Let me see if I saved it. I think I had it here. Here it is, yeah. So earlier today, this person I've never seen before. It's always these people you've never seen before. It's Kevix, some made-up name. Yes, honestly, very disappointed and sad by now. Now, this is a video that I did analyzing the Reuters article, which almost nobody watched, but the trolls come find it. Yes, honestly, very disappointed and sad by now. We've been told from the start that we'll get help and be helped immediately. This seems to not be the case now. People had hope, and it seems to be slipping away. A very, very small lucky lottery winners will get it, but that's it. I think the fact that they're contacting people so randomly is proof of that as well. Professor G had a video as well about that he knows of not one Afrikaner who's been granted asylum this year, but a few have been denied. Okay, so, yeah, all right. First off, we've been told from the start that we will get help and helped immediately. No one told you this. Show me the statements from the U.S. government that say that. Simply incorrect. A very small lucky lottery winners will get it, but that's it. Then why bother commenting? Since you know it's not for you, why are you spreading opinions rather than facts? What is your goal? To sow despair? Professor G had a video as well. He lets about asylum. So this isn't germane. Asylum is not refugee status. The standards are not the same. Articulating a genuine fear is not the same as an asylum case where you have to prove your case. You don't have to prove anything in a refugee case. You have to articulate. Articulate is to communicate effectively. Very different programs governed by the same law. So that and a couple of other nasty people in here. These people, it's like their professional thing. They're professional nonsense just to dissuade people. Anyway, it's you know, and then these asswipes go on there. Well, it's time we stop listening to this channel and to the Amerikaners. You don't listen to these channels because you did listen to the channel, then you wouldn't be saying this bullshit on my videos. Because none of what you said is true, and I never said any of that stuff. I've never let anyone believe that. Been straightforward and honest from the very beginning, and this is not a refugee channel. So stop coming to my channel, twitwads, trying to tell people to go elsewhere. Because you're pathetic losers who do that. Knock it off. You're not welcome here. You were never wanted here. Take your trolling elsewhere. I mean, I find it ironic that people on a video explaining exactly what's going on complain that no one's explained to them what's going on. Because they're not they're not self-entitled steampunk angel. They are Karens, but they're leftist, hate-wanking Karens who sit around self-pleasure themselves, and they go around on channels and try to distort things in arguments. They're the same ones that pop in the chat with their nonsense. And you know they don't have an argument. They're stupid because they think the rest of us are stupid. They come in and make some stupid comment, and then I challenge them to answer, and they just disappear. They just disappear. But on the videos, they'll post things hoping. We've also got the trolls who are trying to milk people out of money. You know, I was unemployed, but then I suddenly made $186,000 a year. It's all amazing. I did it through crypto. You should do that. I mean, shut up. You know, I have to go on all my videos and find that because the trolls, it's like they have a bot. They just post, and they create a whole thread with multiple fake usernames, and then they're responding to it. But it's so obvious. So obvious. And I'm not going to ban all of them. It's not worth the time. Mon Eustenberg Wines brand. Oh, you know that, Jacob? I don't know it. You're from Minnesota and you know the brand. Or are you actually a refugee? And we just discovered that, Jacob. Yeah, disgruntled Karen, yeah. Good morning, Gerard Furry. Welcome to you. Well, I have to say this. It's been a disappointing rugby weekend. The Griquas got slaughtered in Nelspruit. I'm not disappointed the Sharks getting beaten, but I'm disappointed the performance was atrocious. The Lions just rolled them up. But the province, it was horrible. Horrible. The Bulls just crushed them. They crushed their spirits today. Yep, absolutely. All right, so who's still here? Anybody still with us? Okay. Right. Anyway, so there you go. So tonight, Shania Twain. Yes. You're still the one. Still the one I turn to. Yep, anyway. So look, the hate wankers can go elsewhere. No one asked them to come here. This is what pisses me off. The Amerikaners exist because of the refugee program. I don't exist because of the refugee program, and it isn't the focus of what I do. I've certainly covered it extensively because someone had to be objective and honest, and I've been the person doing that. But this is not a refugee channel. So any little hate-wanking, self-loathing, little pathetic loser that comes on my channel and posts comments on the chat, well, we should stop watching this channel. Well, you're obviously not watching it, or you wouldn't be saying stupid stuff like that. You like the silver star? Yeah, there you go. I'm a star. Anyway. One of my favorite songs. It's not the one. I can't think of it. Good morning, Rosalind Rosamos. How are you doing there? Oh, is that what it is? Was wondering. Yeah, it's from the concert. One of the cowgirls, she put one on her boyfriend, and she turned around while standing in the queue to buy that shirt in the merch line. It was brutally hot. It wasn't too bad outside, but underneath the stadium where the merch store was, it was brutal. Brutal. Yep. Anyway, yeah, so she turned to me and said, would you like one? I'm like, no, it's okay. Then a minute later, I said, okay, you can put it on. So, yep, put a star on there. So, anyway, but part of it's missing. This top part, I must have rubbed it or something. So, anyway, it's not, I don't think it's there. So, Cheryl Chapman will help them. Welcome to you. Welcome to you. Oh, that's it. That's waiting for a star to fall. That's the one I'm thinking of. That's the one. Waiting for a star to fall. Yep. Boy Meets Girl. What a great song that is. What a great song that is. Yep. I love that song. That is a great song. Probably getting a copyright claim on that one for sure. Great song. Boy Meets Girl, Waiting for a Star to Fall. That's the one song that made it big for them. Prestige Spreads had to deal with a lady that's suicidal because this is not... What? A lady that's suicidal. Okay, I don't know what that's about, Matthew. If you don't mind writing to me, I'd appreciate that. Why isn't she watching my content then? See, that's what gets me. If she wouldn't be that way if she watched this content. Ask her why she didn't watch my content, Matthew Schaefer. I don't take offense. I predate those cards. Yeah. Yeah, no, well, I changed it. We changed it to Bianca a few years ago. We don't say Karens much when we say Biancas. Okay. Emerencia. Okay, the ladies are in full force tonight. Matthew, the Amerikaners posted some. Freaked a lot of people out working on temporary visas. Yes. Don't know if you saw in your previous live, I found paperwork from when I was in the U.S. and found... I did not see that, Loretta. Congratulations. That's good. Now you know Social Security number. That's awesome. Yep. So if, in fact, you come to America, Loretta, you can apply for work on day one. Day one. Your status as a refugee allows you to work instantaneously. But in order to work, you have to have a Social Security number. You have one. Ta-da! Assuming you're coming here, that's going to work out very, very well for you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yep. I didn't see that in the previous one. Yeah, nobody needs to be trashing anybody in here, but I do need to know about this lady who needed to be pulled down from the ceiling. I need to know about that. Yeah, Shania. Yeah. Smart move, WF Ceiling. Yep. She was wearing a short, tight shorts, man. Tight shorts. Well, it's for life, Loretta. What do you mean it won't be active? It's for life. How long did you work in the States? Did you work a long time to earn the credits, the 10 years? If you work 10 years, then you'll have a retirement check. It may not be very big, but you'll have a retirement check. Here we go. Yeah, here you go. Shania. She's wearing some shorty shorts, man. Check it out. There she is. Shorty short shorts. Let me zoom in on that. There you go. There you go. That's some short. Oh, 13 months. Got you. That's some short shorts there, man. She's 59 years old. No liposuction there. No fat in that body. Yep. Looking good. Looking good, Shania. The guitar player next to her joined her 26 years ago. Been in the band for 26 years. That's a long time. That is a long time. Yep, Shania Twain. Guess what? I was shocked as always about the potential bill if it passed here. Where did you see that, Denio 20? Denio 20, where did you see that? Yeah, still the one I dream of. The only one I think of. Yeah, no, Shania's had some big hits over the years. She's very talented. You know, she was married to a Northern Rhodesian, Mutt Lang. Yep, married to a Northern Rhodesian. People call him South African, but he's Northern Rhodesian. Yep, she's looking fine. No wonder she feels like a woman. Any man of mine better toe the line. She's saying it too. About her dancers. No, I didn't see about her dancers. You saw, I said something that said she dances. I didn't see that. Whose message am I looking for? Loretta, okay. The trolls are everywhere, but they do absolutely nothing besides spread fear and talk shit. You don't see them helping anyone. Exactly, Leon Crystal. And that's why I say anyone who comes across trolls, tell them come watch this channel. You know, they shouldn't be freaking out. Loretta, I don't see, but she won't, but okay. That was your Social Security number. That was your Social Security number, okay. There you're laughing, Loretta. There's no message here. I don't drink wine. There's not, okay, wait. Did you know that she used to refuse to dance with dancers as taller than her? That is when, or if she's dancers. She had, well, her band was on the pay. There was no dancers, but the band was dancing. The fiddle player and the guitar players, they were dancing with her, yeah. If Shania says, let's go, girls, I'll throw on a wig and high heels. Mutt Lang is huge in the music business. Oh, he is. That's how she became famous. They hooked up, they got married, and 2 years later, she took off. Yep. Mutt Lang. He's 76, she's 59. They got divorced in 2010. But he's from Northern Rhodesia. Yep, that's a true story there, folks. Anyway, it was basically a free concert for me. The folks who donate tickets to veterans, I go through this one wasn't a lottery. I just asked, and they had enough tickets, that whole section there. And I just have to pay the ticket shyster fee, which was $13.58. Parking was free. If I go to the Hershey Bears games now for hockey, those bastards charge $30 to park. Same location, just closer to the Hershey Park Stadium. I only paid nothing. It was included in the ticket price. Wow. Matthew, that may be true, but let's not start some crap here, okay? Let's not start some crap here. I don't. People already pulled that crap with Byron. Now Byron has just been very unresponsive because I don't know what happened. I don't know if his feelings were hurt and he blamed me, but whatever. But he's Byron and I normally chat all the time, and I haven't talked to him in a few weeks. And when I wrote to him, I haven't got a response because somebody said in the chat trying to start something. So can we just? I could have stood down in the pit, but I sat in my seat in the bleachers. Yep. So WhatsApp group that some people who complete SOI, I got a call yesterday from Kenya. So if you complete SOI, keep your phone close. Geese Brits, you're way behind, man. I've already done a video explaining all this, and it's not yesterday. It's been going on for a number of days now, since earlier in July. Guys, I mean that's not news. That's old news. So I've already done. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 prepared videos since I did the video on Kenya on the 17th of July. That's 9 days ago. I already explained this. This has been going on for 2 weeks. So if you want to understand what's going on with the Kenya connection, there it is. And there it is. So people aren't keeping up with the videos. And I assume it's because YouTube isn't telling you they're there. I mean, the viewership is down on everything across the board. That's life. I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you that that's the reality. Viewership is down across the board. And it looks like a lot of people aren't getting messages. When did you add the new sign next to the silver play button? When I went to the Army History and Education Center on Monday or Tuesday. When I went there to try to talk to the director to set up an interview about the Army's 250th birthday. So I picked up a shirt, Army 250 shirt. I picked up a coin. I showed that coin on air. And I picked up that license plate from the gift shop. So that says U.S. Army retired. It's black and gold, Army colors. when I got those shirts. That's correct. It's been there ever since. It's been there the same day. It's been there that day. So there you go. There you go. So it's not new. Yeah, no, people, I put up Easter eggs all the time, and some people catch, sometimes they miss them. Yeah, Rosalind, that's exactly what happens. See, so, and it drives down my viewership, which is just stupid and self-defeating. I don't know why YouTube does that. Oh, is that the point? You can be called on the weekend? Sorry, Geese. Oh, okay, I missed that. I missed the bottom, even on weekends. Yeah, good point. I'm sorry. Thank you, Geese, for sharing that. I missed that at the bottom. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out to me, Diane. He was in Pretoria, BMW plant, and was asked a question about potential sanction. That's when he said he doesn't know why there's even such. Will continue. Oh, I saw that, Danae. That's old news too. I saw the BMW plant in Roslyn. Yep. Yeah. He knows. He's lying. He's gaslighting you. Well, I used to take the bullshit, Philip. And that's somebody, I don't know, was it you or somebody commented on one of those videos and said, well, I don't always like Chris because the way he addresses people, but no, that's not, I don't know if it was you or someone else, but that's not fair. That's not just. I put up with tons of abuse, being called all kinds of vile and repulsive names by people coming to the chat and posting this in my video for a few years. And I also put up with people disrupting my chat, acting like asses, like Catherine Piper and, the little clowns from Down Under and all the others. And I put up with it. Christian Paradago bullshit. We tried to have conversation. But eventually, these rude pricks don't deserve time. So if that offends people, I'm not playing these games anymore. I'm not 22 years old. I don't need to curry favor with people. If people don't like my approach, they don't have to watch the channel. I mean, if people are so sensitive, I go to great effort to point out I'm not attacking people specifically, especially when someone sends me something and I look at it and it opens up a question for something bigger. And I have told her to follow your content and become a member so she doesn't miss. She doesn't have to become a member, just become a subscriber. Yeah, no, Matthew, that's yeah. So anyway, but let's not try to divide people here. There's good advice that come from people. The Amerikaners go out of their way to get information, to help people understand what it's like to come to America, to acclimate to America, and that's very helpful for people. Professor G is very well informed on asylum. He knows how asylum works, and he's trying to help people. What I find astounding is the number of people who are watching his channel that have never watched my channel. I find that fascinating. Well, my style wasn't that blunt, Steampunk. It became blunt because people are assholes. They really are. A lot of people out there are. I was always honest. I mean, I'm not going to tell, but usually I do that sort of thing, behind closed doors. I don't. It's like the other day, someone said that I said something that hurt someone's feelings, but I said in a joking manner, and it was in public, and I wasn't serious, and that person laughed, so I presumed that they took it as a joke. And then a week later, the person's husband whined to me and said, well, her feelings were hurt because, you said that, she didn't respect veterans. I said, that's not what I said. I said that the announcement, the moment of silence was really just a moment. That was pretty short. And I laughed because it was really short. And she laughed. If she was unhappy, she should have said something to me. Anyway, so, I don't, unless someone's doing something dangerous like pointing a firearm on a range, I'm not going to embarrass them publicly. Leaders do that in private. You dress people down in private. So rather you call me out if I'm wrong. Well, thank you, Philip. I appreciate that. I mean, if you allow people to believe something that's incorrect and that's the case, then you're not honest. You're not an honest person. But thank you for liking my blunt style. It's far more blunt than it used to be. People want to sugarcoat the truth. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, there are certain things that we do, I mean, there are people I interview and I could just call them out. I mean, I don't interview people in a way that's going to cause a contentious conversation. I don't play gotcha. In the chat, it's different. When people act like fools, they're going to get smacked because they're bothering everybody. So, also videos behind, I try to contact like he's got a battalion of interns. I wish I had a battalion and a caffeine IV. I do have that. Yeah, I do. I mean, look, I'm going to the airport at, what time am I leaving? 4 o'clock this morning. Driving to the airport for a 6 o'clock flight. Because now they want you to be there an hour and 15 minutes before the damn flight or they won't let you check in. It's bullshit. It's a freaking airport where like 50 people show up. I should be able to check in, 45 minutes prior, which is the norm. But they're being just asses, so I got to be there really early. Yep. But my point is that I'm leaving at 4. I've had no sleep. I had a couple burgers around lunchtime, but I mean 2. I've not eaten. I'm starving. I was going to stop at Five Guys, but if I stopped at Five Guys on the way back, then I wouldn't be back in time to do this live stream. And I thought I'd do this live stream because I'm not sure how many I'll be able to do the next couple of days because I'm on the road. Only a few people following YouTube. Colonel is rated with me top 2. What do you mean top 2, man? I'm number 1. I'm the one you turn to because I'm still the one. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I don't get why people want to complain. 100%. Look, I mean, I don't know how people watch things that always agree with them. I don't want to always agree with everything. Do you think I agree with everything Ronaldo says? No. Byron Shepard? No. Big Daddy Liberty? No. I don't agree with everything they say. I don't agree with them. It's, it's many things, most things, yeah, but different views. I mean, if you agree with everything and you're watching someone, then you're just going to be disappointed when they say something that actually doesn't go where you want them to go. Like, for instance, I know some people don't like how I'm just death on bigotry. If I catch people expressing bigotry on my channel, I smack it down. Whether it's anti-Semitism or it's anti-white or it's anti-black. And also when people try to say that Indians and colors are not discriminating in South Africa, I stop that right there. Because that's nonsense. That's a worldview that people have because they don't know better or because they're repeating some stupid thing they've heard. Get to know Indians, get to know colors, and you will find out that they are also discriminated against badly. Yeah, so. Well, what would you not like that I say, Steampunk? You're welcome, Loretta. Why not get a single burger instead? Because it's too much meat. It'll be raw. Making 2 burgers and having 2 buns doubles the caloric intake with the buns and gets the meat cooked faster. Why? The silly question, Holden Caulfield. Thank you, Amanda Larson. My point is that I'll be moving on an IV drip of caffeine when I go to the airport and then when I fly. And I'll be traveling to a different time zone in America, if that helps you out. And I will be interviewing refugees. Now, whether I release those videos now or not, it's another story. That depends on how it goes. But I, to my knowledge, will be the first content creator to actually go visit refugees on this side. And I was also the first content creator to interview a refugee in South Africa. But none of that will get me a cup of coffee for free. Oops, battery's at 5%, Karen. That sucks. Yeah, well, here's something. Earlier today, I was looking for something. I went out to the car. I opened the driver's side door. I set the keys on the seat. I had the boot open because I had to carry some stuff in. And then I started looking for something inside. I was trying to find my little Bluetooth wireless microphones that I have now that I bought. They're really cool. By the way, I paid $39 for those damn things. Now they're $20, $19.99. I was so mad when I saw that. Anyway, nothing's going down in price, but that went down. It's almost half the price. So my neighborhood was full of people because my neighbor across the street had something going on. There were like 20 cars parked on the street out here blocking. They're annoying. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point is I left the door open. I left the boot open. I left the keys in the front seat for like an hour and a half. Thankfully, it didn't kill my battery because the light goes out automatically. I left the keys on the front seat with the door open, with the boot open, and was in the house. Do you think federalism will work in South Africa? Yes, I do, but you're going to have to get rid of some people. 2 burgers sounds more diabetic than caloric. Well, I don't know what your diabetes is, Holden, but I'm perfectly fine. My blood sugar is 85/90. Good to go. 3rd cup of black coffee already for me this morning, says Celia. Wow. Anyway, so yeah. So there's that. So let's see. Did we make a song today? I'm trying to remember if we made a song earlier. I thought we made one earlier, didn't we? Come on. Afrikaner Stark, we posted. Weekend Gal, Pot Boils Over. Okay. No, I guess we didn't do any more. Cat Got Your Tongue. I love that one. That's pretty cool. Out of coffee, Steampunk. I don't drink coffee. I think coffee is an evil substance invented by Satan to enslave mankind. Is also my Top 2 favorite YouTube content. He'd be number 1 if he spent less time complaining about being number 2. Bastardi. Happy slappy. Have a good day working on a weekend. That sucks on a Sunday, but it's a job, right? Okay. I've never complained about being number 2 until 5 minutes ago. I call a yellow card on that one. That's a yellow card for relaxing positive energy. That's a yellow card, buddy. Oh, man. Anyway, you're funny. You're funny. I'm actually getting a little tired. It's been a long day. Okay, so we're going to talk about this horrific situation at a Walmart in Michigan where this nut job started stabbing someone over a dispute, and 11 people were stabbed. 6 are critically injured now. People apparently interceded to stop it, and I guess they got stabbed. 11 victims being treated at the Traverse City Medical Center after Walmart stabbing. Imagine if they got stabbed in South Africa and had to go to state-owned hospital. They'd all be dead by now. They wouldn't be in critical condition. Munson Medical Center has confirmed that 11 stabbing victims are being treated following an incident Saturday, July 26th at Traverse City Walmart. Stabbings allegedly took place at the shopping center at the Crossing Circle, according to a post on X by the Michigan State Police. Sheriff Michael Shea said during the Saturday press conference they received a call at 4:45 p.m. from a shopper indicating that a stabbing was taking place. Deputies were able to arrive on scene and apprehend the suspect unharmed within 3 minutes. He described the suspect as a 42-year-old Michigan man, but wouldn't go into more detail. Later, we saw the name. It appears to be a white dude. Based on information in the sheriff's office, the stabbings were random acts of violence that began near the checkout area. They also could not comment on whether the incident was due to mental illness. Sheriff said there's 6 males and 5 female victims, ages unknown. 3 of them are undergoing surgery at the time of the press conference. Result of the treating multiple victims, the Munson Emergency Department is currently experiencing a higher than usual volume of patients. Duh, you think? Wow. So that's crazy. So you take away the guns, they stab you. Take away the knives, they run you over with cars. Take away the cars, they'll still kill you. Anyway. So a lot of people interested in the refugee program don't understand what's going on. And I've tried to explain to people that the State Department is short. Do 5 Guys make good burger? Oh, 5 Guys make the best hamburgers ever, Leslie. I wanted to stop at 5 Guys, but they're pricey, and I wouldn't have been back in time. So what I'll do is eat some cheese and ham and some chips tonight before I nod off. Yeah, so layoffs at the State Department. I have the numbers now. This has been reported by the Federal News Network, the actual number of people that are laid off. State Department laid off nearly 1,350 employees. That's on top of the nearly 2,000 that have departed since early this year. So they've lost 3,000 employees. A bureau-by-bureau breakdown of the Department's July 11th reduction of force based on data obtained by the Federal News Network shows its Human Resource Office, the Bureau of Global Talent Management, lost more than 150 employees, more than any other bureau. So what you're interested in is the population, refugees, and migration right there. They lost 89 civil servants and 3 foreign service officers, 92 people. 92 people just disappeared from the bureau that's responsible for relocating refugees to the United States. Yikes. So there you go. There you go. Diplomatic security lost 48 civil service, 21 foreign service officers. They're the people that protect our ambassadors and our missions overseas. All right. So that whole fake trading grenade thing has got people up in arms in South Africa, and the blame game is going around. But it shouldn't be an issue. He should have just had to declare them. They're inert. Grenade security breach sparks. We have people fly all the time with inert grenades for training. They just declare them at the airline. Yep. Transport Minister Barbara Creasy expected to mediate the dispute between airports company South Africa and the Aviation Coordination Services. Why don't you load the shows on Spotify as well? Well, I did load them on Spotify, but no one ever watched them, so I quit. No one ever watched them. I quit. Yeah, Geese, I did, but no one ever watched them, so I just quit doing it. Yeah, I have a Spotify account. Yep, my podcast is there. So, anyway. I'm not sure how I load them on Spotify as a content creator, so I'd have to look at that. I mean, I did it through someone that distributed it for me. I don't think Spotify lets you load them directly, does it? Maybe it does. I could be wrong. Spotify for artists. Okay. This is just a page that tells me when I've got it. It's not something for me loading something up. Yep. So go to the home page. It doesn't have anything here to load. One person's listening to the channel right now. That's nice. Yep, so I don't know how you do that. You just have to go through a distributor. I do it through Podbean. That's how I was doing it, but it takes a long time to load the crap in Podbean. But yeah, I just appreciate your advice and the time you take to help keep us up to date. You're my number one. Thank you, Matthew. How about OPR? Plus, I like DJ Silver Eagle. Yeah, I'm liking DJ Silver Eagle too. That alternate ego is really freaking cool. I mean, we have some cool songs to come with. Only a South African can wait 6 hours in home affairs without blinking, but lose their minds when the U.S. Embassy takes 10 minutes to process a form settling. Exactly. Thank you. That's exactly my point. You don't have any driver's license because one machine in the country, and you have no driver's license for 6 years, and you're complaining because you haven't got a call back into. I mean, honestly, someone wrote to me. I told you guys on the 10th of July, they wrote to me and said, "Hey, I got a phone call." And on the 12th of July, not even 48 hours later, the person wrote back and said, I didn't get the email. They said they're going to send me an email. When am I going to get this email? And I wrote and said, it's Saturday. They're probably not working. This was PRM. This is before RSC was doing this, or as they were transitioning it. And so then they wrote to me and said, hey, we got the email a week later. But then they're writing to me again saying, hey, I mean, good Lord. What are you so obsessed with these burgers for, Holden Caulfield? They're at home. Made them here at the house. Good morning, Maddie. What's going on? Anyway, moving on. Kenny Kanene has resigned as a member of the municipal council. Doesn't mean anything, though. They'll just reappoint him when he's done with his fake investigation from the PA. Kanene's resignation comes after police found him at the Santon house of murder accused Katiso KT Molefe. Yes, he said he was there for a journalist. Okay. All right. Cool. Now, this is a heartwarming story. It's a pretty frightening story, and I'm going to have criticism of the family. But a 3-year-old deaf toddler has been found alive after 6 days gone missing. A 3-year-old deaf toddler been found alive after 6 days. 6 days after his disappearance, 3-year-old Nkosimpile Ntwane from Mpumalanga has been found alive in a ditch near his home. The deaf and mute toddler is receiving medical care for dehydration and weakness. Earlier, there was tension in the community amid protests leading to police intervention and the boys' family relocation for their safety. A wave of relief washed over the Masoye community in Mpumalanga when 3-year-old Ntwane was found alive in a ditch near his home 6 days after he went missing. Residents found the boy, who was reportedly deaf and mute, at around 3 p.m. on Friday. The young boy is currently receiving medical assistance, though he appeared weak and possibly dehydrated. Currently, it's not yet clear how he got stuck in the ditch. He went missing on July 20th while playing at his home. He was last seen outside after 1 o'clock. When his father went outside to check on him, the child was nowhere to be found. He then called his neighbors and other community members to assist in searching for the child. Other role players were also summoned to assist in search efforts. Early in the week, community members embarked on a violent protest on the R38 where they demanded the arrest of the boy's mother and threw stones at the police station. The community also threatened to torch the house belonging to the child's family. They had to be removed for their safety. What the hell's wrong with people? Okay, first off, I mean, threatening violence against the family because a child's missing. You people are freaking, witchcraft-believing lunatics that believe in this stuff. So that's the first problem. Second problem is, who the hell lets a child 3 years old out on their own play in the yard? Who does that? What kind of irresponsible parent is that? I don't want to hear they had this or that and the other. He's in the house and he leaves a 3-year-old child. And it's not just a 3-year-old child. It's a deaf and mute child. What the hell is wrong with people? I would never leave a 3-year-old child. When I was responsible for the care of my little sister and the parents went around, she was in my eyesight at all times when she was a toddler and an infant. And she wasn't deaf and mute. Give me a freaking break. No one's going to hate you, Steampunk Angel, because that's exactly what I'm saying. You should never leave a child, 3-year-old, unattended. That's ridiculous. Adrian Fix says, Grüezi. Oh, wow, you're in the Schweiz. Yeah, the Grüezi, that's definitely Grüezi is definitely a Schweiz saying, yes. I think majority of Sapphists feel uncertain about how to correctly articulate their fear of persecution. It feels like if one goes wrong, then it's over. I know, Philip. I know that's the problem. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop criticizing people for it. It's stupid. And these people almost lost their home because of lunatics in their community. I wouldn't live in a community like that. If I was those people, I'd move out of there, go somewhere else. Sad. How the heck where were his parents? In the house? 3 years old. How can you leave it? It's a 3-year-old deaf and mute. The child can't speak. The child can't hear. Must have been absolutely terrified. Absolutely terrified. Stupid people, man. You know, I was going to ask where you came. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see your sign. Good Lord. This is a crazy story, folks. Police have returned to Saldanha Bay on new information about the whereabouts, hopefully alive, but we don't know. They haven't elaborated, of Joslin Smith. Wow. What is going on over a year after she disappeared? Hey, Shania Jacobs. Police returned to Saldanha Bay after new leads in Joslin Smith case. Detectives investigating the 2024 disappearance of then 6-year-old Joslin Smith returned to Saldanha Bay on Friday to search 2 drains after receiving fresh leads. Police spokesman Brigadier Novella Potawella said that even though the 3 people convicted of her kidnapping and trafficking, her mother, as well as 2 others, were sentenced to life imprisonment, the little girl's disappearance remained a priority. The investigation has never been closed, and now they have new leads. What is going on? New leads in the Joslin Smith case? I've been to Saldanha Bay. It's not that big. How could people hide this child if she's alive? Maybe they're taken to the remains. Well, the top 10 copper exporting countries in Africa. Want to guess who they are? My friend, a Navy medic in Simonstown, working in their hospital one night, a colored guy came in with an axe embedded in his skull, but had to wait. Oh, jeez. You said it. Some people must not have children. Yeah. When last were you driving past the squatter camp? There's small children out. Don't. When was I last driving past the squatter camp? How about when was I last in a squatter camp? I was in a squatter camp in Pretoria West, and I was in Khayelitsha just days ago. What is your point? What is your point? So because I'm going to make a point about calling out this parent, you think that I don't know that? It's not acceptable. The child is deaf and mute. If something happens to the child, he can't communicate, can't scream, can't yell for help, can't cry out. Top 10 copper exporting countries in Africa. It's now the second most valuable export after crude oil for Africa. Estimated trade value of $35 billion in 2024. 98% of that volume comes from just 10 nations, even though almost everyone exports copper. Africa provides 15% of the world's copper exports, marking significant contributions to global supply. The Democratic Republic of Congo comes in first, followed by Zambia, which we've known for a long time. Zambia is a major copper producer. But DRC is almost $20 billion in export value. Top customers are China, UAE, Egypt, Singapore, and the USA. Then Zambia, Tanzania, Congo. South Africa comes in fifth with $1.1 billion, just 1/20th of what the DRC exports. Then Libya, Egypt, Namibia, Morocco, and Nigeria. There you go, folks. That's the top copper exporting countries in Africa. Well, Hamas has rejected Donald Trump's characterization of their bailing out. Said his surprising remarks on Gaza talks break down. Hamas officials expressed surprise that President Trump's accusation the group didn't really want a ceasefire and hostage release deal for Gaza. They don't. If they did, they would have done it already. They don't. They don't want this. They want to be difficult people. Well, Scotland's already great. Trolls showed up when Trump went to golf in Scotland. I've been to Scotland. It's not so great. I like it, but it's not so great. As President Trump kicked off a weekend of golfing in his late mother's home country, hundreds of protesters rallied outside resorts and in cities across Scotland, abseiling off a bridge, waving Palestinian flags, and chanting for U.S. President to be deported. A demonstration on Saturday outside the U.S. consulate in Edinburgh. One protester held Scottish bagpipes in one arm and a sign in the other. At least this bag of hot air serves a purpose. Well, you useless, pansy boys from Scotland need to get a life. Well, check this out. This is what CNN reports. Donald Trump at a scheduled trip to Europe. He's meeting with Ursula von der Leyen to talk about the tariffs, which will hit the European Union on August 1st, just a number of days away. So Trump goes and meets her partway. She comes from Brussels. He goes to Scotland. They meet. And how does CNN characterize this diplomatic mission? As Trump flees Washington. This isn't real. This is not real. Fleeing Washington's oppressive humidity and nonstop questions over heated controversies, President Trump is once again taking a refuge at his golf clubs more than 3,000 miles away. This is not a news story. It's listed as a news story. It's opinion. He is going to be meeting Ursula von der Leyen, and they call it fleeing from D.C. Trump says that Japan will invest $550 billion in the U.S. President Trump is bragging that Japan has given him part of a trade framework, $550 billion to invest in the U.S. It's an astonishing figure, but still subject to negotiation, perhaps not the sure thing he's portraying. He said 90% of the profits from the money invested would go to the U.S. even if Japan had put up the funds. Interesting. But the Associated Press wants to rain all over Trump's parade. Elon Musk has built a restaurant, folks. Well, Kurtz, that's because the 15% of copper is exported from African countries, but about 20% of your copper is stolen and sold on the black market. That's why you have no power. Elon Musk opened a diner in Hollywood. What could go wrong? Well, here's a leftist, Lois Beckett in Los Angeles. The tech billionaire's retro-futuristic drive-in and Tesla charging station has long lines, plenty of glitches, and adoring fans. Restaurants have been built as a retro-futuristic drive-in where you can grab a high-end burger and watch classic films on giant screens, all while charging your Tesla. After months of building and controversy, the diner had suddenly opened on Monday at 4:20. The kind of stoner boy joke that Musk is well known for. Hundreds of fans lined up to try burgers. So, robot serving popcorn. There's the screen. That looks like a waffle. Comes in boxes shaped like Cybertrucks. Well, that's for the ritzy people. Not me. Last year, a small child got grabbed in Savages by a pack of dogs, happened in a colored area where dogs are left to roam free. Yeah, no doubt. I heard about that, Sedgefield. South Africa 5th, 30% plus an extra 10. There goes the profit. Yeah. Yep. See, back to burgers. Holden is obsessing with hamburgers. Was big wish of mine to go to Scotland since my grandfather's Scottish. Not sure anymore. Hey, Loretta. I've been to Scotland. It's lovely. It's very cool, but it's also invaded by a bunch of woke tards. Yeah, I mean, you had a Indian member of the Scottish Parliament crying that all the police, all the people in Parliament, all the government, they're all white. Hey, dumbass, you're in Scotland. There's a reason they're white. The Scots are white. You don't like it? Go back to Pakistan. Yep. So, reverse migration. Now, this is comical because slaves didn't come to America from Kenya, okay? So Politico is running a story talking about black Americans are moving to Kenya to reacquaint themselves with their origin. They're not. It's not their origin. Their origin is West Africa and the Congo Basin and Angola. That's where the slaves came from. Yeah, they didn't come from Kenya. The ones from Kenya went to the Middle East. Anyway, so yeah, they want to move to Kenya. Good. Have fun. Have fun. Reverse migration. African Americans relocating to Kenya cite heritage and restoration. They have no heritage with Kenya. The Kikuyu have nothing to do with these people. Kenneth Harris spent most of his days in Atlanta yearning for life in a place where his dark skin was not a source of suspicion. Dude, most people in Atlanta are black. What do you mean a source of suspicion? Are black people suspicious of you? But a mark of a shared heritage. His chance came 2 years ago when he bought a one-way ticket to Kenya. 38-year-old retired veteran has found a community in the East African country's capital where he now runs an Airbnb. He loves admiring Nairobi's golden sunset from rooftop terrace and enjoys a luxurious lifestyle in a tastefully furnished apartment in an upmarket neighborhood. Harris is part of a growing wave of African Americans who are relocating to Kenya, citing the need to connect with their ancestors or coming home, a phrase used among the black community. But you're not coming home, genius. That's not your origin. See, this is just racist drivel. Because they're black like me. So does that mean if I go to Switzerland? Well, actually, I have ancestors in Switzerland, so that's a bad example. If I go to Poland, I could just go to Poland because they're white like me? No. Oh, you have nothing in common with me. No cultural, no religious, no heritage, none whatsoever. My heritage is Scandinavian, Celtic, Germanic. Not that. So that's just stupid. I mean, you want to go live in Kenya, that's fine. But don't give me this shared culture heritage. You don't know anything about Africa. You're not African. And your ancestors weren't from Kenya. They were from the other side of the continent. It's just stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Hey, Rakes. Coming from America, okay? Yeah, you never leave your children alone for a second, especially with the evil going on. Yeah, I know. That's a crazy thing. Crazy thing. So, people leaving their kids unattended. It's frightening. Now, Ghana tried to get people to come back, but I've been to Ghana. And one of the most fascinating things I ever heard was radio programs, talk radio in Ghana in the year 2000 when I was there after they had elections, because people had a free speech again. The media was very, very talkative, and it was very much like talk radio in America, all politics all the time. And these Ghanaians would call in, and they were angry. about Americans. I'm like, oh, this should be interesting. Because I'm driving on the road, listening to the radio, and they're angry. They said these Americans are so arrogant. They come here, they're condescending, they're rude, they're disrespectful, they feel entitled. And I'm like, man, I don't feel that way. I've been very kind and generous to Ghanaians. And then the shoe dropped. Yeah, I mean, that's how black Americans are. The Ghanaians, every caller for like 3 days in a row listening to these radio programs called in complaining about black Americans and their arrogance and their entitlement and their rudeness and their know-it-allness. It was so funny to listen to. It was so funny. Oh my goodness. Because they came there, well, we're black. We're like you. No, you're not. You're not Ghanaian. I'm sorry. It's not the same. Skin color doesn't equate to sameness. But to racist, it does. A racist sees a white person, they see a white person, that's all they see. A racist black person thinks every black person's like them. They're not. They're not culturally aligned. No. This is why it's not just culturally aligned, it's also biologically aligned. So when former slaves and free blacks moved in mass from Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, to Liberia, they died. They dropped like flies because they were mixed race with more European heritage than African. They had no natural resistance or sickle cell protection against malaria. And boom, dengue fever. Boom. Wiped them out left and right. It'd be nice if the United States would repatriate proxy. Yeah. Trump runs the country like CEO jobs are up. The border is tighter. The world leaders actually picked up the phone when he calls. Say what you want, but results talk. Exactly. I agree. You're getting shot and murdered around Durban daily. Many for no apparent reason. The elderly gentleman was shot opposite my work years ago, picking up his daughter from work. Nothing taken. Jeez. Steampunk says kids are 13 and 15. Still doesn't leave them unsupervised. Well, that's probably smart. Never leave teens on their own. 5 minutes in, the fridge is empty. If Wi-Fi passwords change and someone's trying to cook steak in the toaster. Cynthia Fonda, welcome to you. All right, folks. So, yeah, they're trying to... I'm not going to cover that story, so that'll take care of that. Let me shut that down. Okay. Unfortunately, I need to roll and get some sleep. It's 12 o'clock. I'm going to grab a little snack and lay down and get up at 3 o'clock, shower, and head to the airport. I've got most of the things I need already packed and ready to go. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Oh, you need to take that. Don't forget that. And I appreciate it. Tomorrow I'll be in another state, in another part of the country, a long way from here, at least 1,000 miles away from here, 1,600 kilometers away from where I'm at right now. And I'll do my best to come to you tomorrow, okay? So, all right. But I'll be in a different time zone, so I'll be an additional hour. It'll be 7 hours for me from South Africa, okay? Courtney, you'll find out. You will find out. I'm meeting with refugees. I'll be the first content creator, to my knowledge, to meet with refugees in America. I was also the first content creator and first independent journalist, first journalist to meet with refugees in South Africa before they left South Africa and actually interview them, contrary to the BBC's lies. All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for being here. Cheers. Appreciate it. No, I'm not coming to Utah. There aren't any in Utah that I know of. Yes, you're late to the show. We covered that. The tariffs take effect in a number of days, so I bought 2 bottles of Amarula and 4 bottles of South African wine because I won't be buying it anymore when 40% tariffs take effect. All right? You're welcome, Amanda. You guys have a good night. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye. No, Dogzilla. We'll run my interviews the way I run them.